Hello viewers, I'm Rinki Gogoi and you're watching Nltv News Now. Let's begin with the headlines. As different churches in parts of Nagaland observes Easter Sunday, citizens of Dimapur gathered at Old Naga Cemetery Lakeview Colony in organizing a special Easter sunrise service offering Thanksgiving prayer. With the New York Times alleging India of stalling World Health Organization's efforts to make COVID death toll global, Ministry of Health and Welfare responded stating that whose mathematical model cannot be used to calculate COVID mortalities for a large country like India. NSCGRN in one of their press release strongly condemns abduction of one of its senior members by members of NSC and IM in Jaluki area. NSC and GPRN urges NSC and IM not to allow its good image to be tarnished by misdeeds of its irresponsible members. A Bolero pickup van carrying Bihu dance group met in a fatal road accident in Assam where 5 people were killed with 20 others injured and hospitalized. The accident took place in Gohpur. Trinamool Congress wins the Asansol Lok Sabha constituency and retains Baligunga Assembly constituency, making a clean sweep in West Bengal, while in Bihar, Rashtriya Janata Dal won Bochachan Assembly seat during the 2022 by-elections. Now news in details. Churches in different parts of Nagaland is celebrating Easter Sunday, commemorating the resurrection of Jesus Christ. In the midst of the Easter celebrations, Nltv also conveys heartfelt Easter greetings to all the fellow Naga brethren. Meanwhile, Old Naga Cemetery Lakeview Colony in Dimapur organized a special Easter sunrise service on early Sunday morning with believers both young and old offering thanksgiving prayer for the sacrifice made by Jesus Christ for redemption of mankind. Notably, the program was organized by Ao Senso Telongjem Dimapur, Dimapur Watsu Telongjem and Dimapur Ao Baptist Arogo. The program was aimed to beautify the cemetery in commemoration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
The women came to the tomb before sunrise on that particular Sunday morning and was surprised to see the empty tomb. Jesus is alive. Amigan Easter Sunday sunrise service ase goisi gole to sob janina ase kiniga hoy Easter sunrise to ki laga ase kiniga mane. It has become a routine for us. We came knowingly. The feeling will be different from the women. Those women who came and celebrate the first Easter sunrise. Amigan udai gura tarlaga story hunigina purigina ahabara alag hoi jaise. Kintu first Easter sunrise itu to alag tagiside. Patna din nadagaita happen hoi jaise. Our handling of the resurrection lacks a sense of wonder, for we know what it is all about. In the Gospel of Matthew, we see 2 different experiences. On the morning the tomb was discovered empty. May I invite each and every one of you to experience the first Easter morning. The joy, the happiness that came to the lives of these women who visited the empty tomb.
A Rotary free heart disease screening camp for children up to 12 years with congenital heart defects will be held on 30th April from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Rotary Center, Midland in Dimapur. Notably, the camp is organized by the Rotary Club of Dimapur in association with Rotary Club of Raipur Millennium. It may be mentioned that the camp is only for children with confirmed congenital heart diseases. Therefore, the patients are requested to pre-register before 30th April 2022 with copy of their latest echo reports and medical reports. Moreover, children suitable for the heart surgery will be offered surgery at the Rotary selected hospitals. Pediatric cardiologist Dr. Atul Prabhu from Raipur will screen the children. The camp is free of any charge and there is no registration fee. For pre-registration and further details, one can contact RT and Dr. Sharma 600-955-3575, 9436013713, Bajrang Bucha 9436003768 or 9436062873, Pankaj Modi 700-5104968 or 9436431223 or Pradeep Kumar 9436012376 or 9366901233. As the whole of the Christian community observes Easter Sunday, the ministers of Nagaland along with Prime Minister of India and President Ramnath Kovind extends their Easter greetings. President Ramnath Kovind took to his Twitter account and wrote on how Easter inspires us to follow the path of forgiveness, sacrifice and love, while encouraging everyone to be inspired by the teachings of Jesus Christ and for all to work together for betterment of entire humanity. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also extended his greetings and stated that on Easter we recall the thoughts and ideals of Jesus Christ while emphasizing on social justice as well as compassion. Chief Minister Nipur Rio also tweeted that the ultimate love of Jesus Christ on Good Friday is followed by the miracle of Easter, his resurrection. The NSCGRN has strongly condemned the abduction of one of its senior members in front of his wife and other family members by members of the NSCGRN in Jaluki area on April 12, 2022. The NSCGRN in a press release issued on April 16 through its Ministry of Information and Publicity stated that the abducted member was mercilessly beaten and warned not to set his foot again in Jaluki area. The release further stated that he was released later after the reported intervention of senior officials of the NSCGRN and members of the civil society organizations. The faction further abnegated that a statement published in local dailies which stated that he was released unharmed. The faction pointed out that injuries caused to his body stands witness to how badly he was beaten after taking him to an isolated jungle area. While appreciating the intervention of the concerned senior officials of the NSCGRN and the NGOs for early release of its senior member, the NSCGRN urged the NSCGRN not to allow its good image to be tarnished by the misdeeds of the irresponsible members. Furthermore, the NSCGRN firmly states that it wishes and its aspirations of the Naga people for peace and unity will only be a distant dream as long as there is conflict among their own people. Secretary of the District Planning and Development Board of Noklak, Imsu Meran Jamir, has informed that the Noklak District Planning and Development Board meeting for April 2022 will be held on 18 April 2022. Notably, the meeting will be held at Deputy Commissioners Conference Hall in Noklak at 11 a.m. Moreover, Jamir has requested all members to attend the meeting positively. The Deputy Commissioner of Zunheboto, Rahul Bhanudas Mali, has informed that a mock exercise will be conducted on 28 April 2022 at Cornerstone Higher Secondary School and DC's office complex in Zunheboto. The DC, through a press notification issued on April 16, informed that the mock exercise will be conducted by the Zunheboto District Disaster Management Authority in collaboration with the National Disaster Response Force and State Disaster Response Force to test the government's preparedness to respond and manage any impending disaster. In this regard, the DC informed that the public of Zunheboto town not to panic during the conduct of the mock drill and further requested to extend cooperation towards all the stakeholders involved for the smooth conduct of the exercise. Around 5 people were killed while 20 others were injured and hospitalized in a fatal road accident in Assam on Saturday night. The accident took place at late night in Gohpur. A Bolero pickup van carrying Bihu dance group crashed, taking lives of 5 people. A group of 50 performers were traveling on the Bolero pickup van with number AS25DC7418 to perform Bihu dance. 3 girls along with 2 youths died on the spot after the van lost control. The deceased were identified as Radhika Doimari, Budimati Boro, Bornali Boro, Sanjay Basumutari and Kaliman Basumutari. All the deceased belonged to North Karbia and Purani Garage village. Moreover, 20 youths were also injured in the accident. The injured have been admitted to Gohpur Hospital, Tejpur.
বিহু মাৰিবলৈ গৈছিলোঁ গৈ পেলাই এনেকুৱা হৈছে বিহু মাৰি পেলাই ভাত চাত খাই ওলাই আহিলোঁ ঘূৰি আহোঁতে টাইমত অলপ ড্ৰাইভাৰটো চাই মিছা হৈছিলে থাকে তো স্পীড চলাইছে মানে স্পীড চলাওঁতে ক'লে ৰখাও লাহে কৰক কৈছে আৰু বেলেগ ড্ৰাইভাৰো কৈছে বুলি চলাম কৈছে তাহত নামানে বোলে পিছত টাৰ্লিঙত মানে অভাৰকেন কাটি দিলে মানে বেৰিং নাই মানে আমাৰ পুৰা পাল্টি গ'ল মানে চব
এতিয়া কেইজন মৰিলে
তাতে 5 জন ডেথ হৈছে
5 জন আৰু ইয়াত কেইজন আছে
ইয়াত 6 জন আছে
6 জন
আৰু কেটলাত আছে মানে
At least 14 people were killed as thunderstorms and incessant rains lashed several parts of Assam since Thursday. Assam State Disaster Management Authority informed that storm, rain and lightning struck 12 districts of Assam in the last 48 hours, thereby affecting 20,300 people from 592 villages. Strong winds have uprooted trees and knocked down electric poles, damaged 7,400 houses in Dibrugarh, Borpeta, Kamrup Metro, Kamrup Rural, Nolbari, Chirang, Darang, Kachar, Golaghat, Karbi Anglong, Udalguri and Goalpara districts. Indian Meteorological Department issued an information that the heavy rains and thunderstorms are likely to continue in several parts of Assam and Meghalaya. The Trinamool Congress won the Asansol Lok Sabha constituency and retained the Baligonge Assembly constituency, making a clean sweep in West Bengal. While in Bihar, Rashtriya Janata Dal won Bochahan Assembly seat during the 2022 by-elections. Meanwhile, Congress candidate Joy Shri Jadhav won the Kolhapur North Assembly by-poll in Maharashtra, securing 54.25% votes, while Yashoda Nilambar Verma registered another win for the party, bagging the Khairagarh Assembly seat in Chhattisgarh. Notably, Bengal's Baligunge, Chhattisgarh's Karyagar, Bihar's Bochahan and Maharashtra's Kolhapur North are the 4 assembly constituencies that went to polls on April 16, and West Bengal's Asansol witnessed Lok Sabha pollings. The counting of votes started at 8 p.m. India has objected to the methodology used by the World Health Organization for estimating the deaths caused by coronavirus disease in the country. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, in a statement on April 17, stated that the same mathematical model cannot be used to calculate the COVID mortalities for a large country like India, geographically and population-wise, and for other countries with a smaller population. The statement was in response to a New York Times article titled "India is stalling WHO's report to make global COVID death toll public," dated April 16. According to the report, the UN Health Agency has estimated a total of about 15 million deaths related to the virus by the end of 2021, which is more than double the official figures reported by countries individually. The report claimed that WHO estimated will show India's death toll is at least 4 million times, almost 8 times the official numbers. Clashes erupted in Delhi's Jahangiri on Saturday evening, where stone pelting was reported and vehicles were set on fire as 2 communities once again clashed over a Hanuman Jayanti procession. With heavy police deployment, the situation in northwest Delhi's Jahangiri remained tense, but Delhi police took the situation under control. Roughly 8 police personnel and 1 civilian were injured in the clashes as per latest information. Moreover, 14 arrests have been made so far, while 7 cases were filed and weapons were also recovered. On the other hand, the Delhi police stated that the arrested accused Ansar was booked 5 times under Gambling Act and Arms Act in the past. Moreover, those accused named in the FIR has also been arrested, while identification of the other perpetrators are underway. Meanwhile, the Delhi police has directed people to inform them of any suspicious activities.
देखिए, सब लोग अपने अपने भगवान को, अपने अपने इष्ट देवता को, अपने अपने जो भी जिसमें श्रद्धा रखता है उसको माने और उसकी पूजा करें। हम तो यही चाहते हैं। मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि शांति बनाए रखना, बिना शांति के तो देश तरक्की नहीं कर सकता। सब लोगों को शांति बनाए रखनी है, सब लोगों को व्यवस्था बनाए रखनी है, और अगर ज़रूरत पड़े तो जो एजेंसीज़ हैं, जो पुलिस है, जो सरकारें हैं जिनकी जिम्मेदारी है, दिल्ली में केंद्र सरकार की जिम्मेदारी है, तो केंद्र सरकार दिल्ली में शांति व्यवस्था बनाए रखें। मैं लोगों से भी अपील करता हूं कि
The Kongtong village in East Khasi Hills district of Meghalaya has been wrongly named as the Whistling village. Furthermore, the village has been in the limelight over the past 1 week following claims of development made by BJP MP Rakesh Singha, who in 2019 had adopted the village. It may be mentioned that there is one unique traditional practice among the people of Kongtong and other nearby villages in East Khasi Hills district of Meghalaya. This unique practice is that every time a child is born in the village, the mother of the child names the newborn by singing a melodious tune popularly known as Mother's Tune or Jingrawai Yaunbei in Khasi language. However, over the past few years, a section of the society has alleged that the people of Kongtong village have been allegedly influenced by BJP MP Rakesh Sinha, who wrongly renamed Kongtong as Whistling village. 461 fresh COVID-19 cases and 4 deaths have been reported in Delhi in the last 24 hours. According to the Union Health Ministry's data, the positivity rate now stands at 5.33%. Meanwhile, 796 recoveries has been recorded in the last 24 hours. With this, the active case load in India currently stands at 11,366. The mastermind in the Jahangir-Puri clashes has been arrested by Delhi police. The prime suspect Ansar was among the 14 suspects arrested by Delhi police in connection with the violence that erupted during Hanuman Jayanti procession at Delhi's Jahangir-Puri. As per inputs received, police are investigating Ansar's call details record. As per statements from witnesses, Ansar and his aides halted the third procession celebrating Hanuman Jayanti, and Ansar instigated his aides to pelt stones. A store was also reportedly looted by the stone pelters. It was informed that Delhi Police Crime Branch is likely to take over investigation of Jahangir-Puri violence. The Supreme Court is set to pronounce its verdict on plea challenging granting of bail to Lakhimpur Kheri violence main accused Ashish Mishra on Monday. The bench led by Chief Justice N.V. Ramana will give its verdict at 10:30 a.m. on Monday. The Supreme Court had earlier raised questions against Allahabad High Court's verdict granting bail to Ashish Mishra. SC maintained that unnecessary reports like post-mortem report and injury details cannot be used as a basis for granting bail. Last year, on October 3, 8 people were killed in Kheri when the farmers were protesting against the visit of Uttar Pradesh Deputy Chief Minister Keshav Prasad Maurya. 4 farmers were mowed down by the SUV car in which Ashish Mishra was allegedly sitting. The protesting farmers in retaliation lynched the driver and 2 BJP workers. Two Pakistani nationals Sarwar Baig and Mohammad Asif, who were reportedly entering into Indian border, were released by India on Sunday. Sarwar Baig, the trespasser, into Indian border in 2016, while Mohammad Asif mistakenly crossed into Indian border in 2018. The duo were sent back to Pakistan after checking the papers and custom immigrations. Informed Protocol Officer Arunupal Singh, the Sarwar Baig delightedly said that he was finally going home after spending so many years in India. Mohammad Asif also lamented that he crossed into Indian border by mistake. Pakistani aircraft has launched airstrikes in different parts of Khost and Kunar provinces in Afghanistan on Friday night, killing 40 civilians. Over 40 Afghan civilians, including children, were killed after Pakistani airstrikes. Meanwhile, the founder of Afghan Peace Watch, Afghanistan's independent peace watchdog, Habib Khan, has condemned the incident on Twitter and said that for the first time ever, Pakistani military aircrafts bombarded Afghan soil under the Taliban, killing more than 40 civilians. The journalist further accused Pakistan of killing Afghans for decades through its proxy forces, namely the Taliban and Mujahideen. Days after U.S. President Joe Biden announced an additional U.S. $800 million in military assistance to Ukraine to curb the Russian invasion, Russia sent a diplomatic note warning the United States that there will be unpredictable consequences if it keeps arming Ukraine. Russia not only called on the United States but its allies to stop the irresponsible militarization of Ukraine. It stated that the act of the United States and its allies were not only assisting Ukraine but aiding fuel to the war. A spokesperson for United States Department, although did not form a formal reply to the Russian diplomatic note, stated that it made clear that the supply of arms to Ukraine will not stop despite the warning from Russia. Thank you, viewers. That's all from NLTV News Now. For more updates, keep watching Nagaland TV. Stop Manula Kawas.
New YY